Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Cherish Nasha Zahira. I'm from 335A25 class. My student ID is 33220052. This is English Drama Project 1, Elizabethan Theatre. First, the definition. The Elizabethan era refers to the history of England during the reign of Queen Elizabeth I, 1558 to 1603. Historians often describe it as a golden age in English history, and it has been heavily romanticized in books, films, plays, and TV series. The age of Elizabeth is considered a time of English Renaissance that inspired national pride through classical ideals, international expansion, and naval victories against Spain. This English Renaissance saw the flourishing of poetry, music, and literature. This era is the most famous for its theatre, as William Shakespeare and many others composed plays that we still read and watch today. It was also an era of overseas exploration and expansion to establish colonies under British rule around the world, including the New World to expand the British Empire. History of Elizabethan Theatre. In 1576, during Queen Elizabeth I's reign, the first purpose-built theatre known as the Theatre was constructed in 1576 by James Burbank in Shoreditch, London. This marked a pivotal shift from temporary performance to more structured theatrical production. This large theater is attracting thousands of visitors. As the popularity of plays grew, additional theaters such as the Curtain 1577 and the Globe 1599 were established. The Globe is a famous theater housed around 3,000 viewers, allowing visitors to enjoy tea. William Shakespeare, a renowned English dramatist, was a prominent actor and playwright who wrote 37 plays with various themes, including love, death, and love affair. Characteristic of Elizabethan theatre: complex plots. Complex plots are engaged the audience with twists and turns that grab their attention. In Shakespeare's Othello, the play begins a love story between Othello, a Moorish general, and Desdemona, his Venetian bride. But everything becomes complicated because of jealousy, betrayal, and deception in the story. The second is boys playing the girl's role. Acting in Elizabethan theatre was frowned upon sometimes, considered an unsuitable profession for women, as it was crude and rowdy rather than polite. Thus, women were not allowed to act on the English stage until King Charles II was crowned in 1660. Shakespeare and his contemporaries cast young boys in roles of women when the men play all male roles on stage. The third is set and costume. Elizabethan plays often have minimal sets, but that doesn't mean the production is lacking. The stage usually had only a few basic props. This made the words and action the main focus of the play. For example, the Globe Theatre, where many of Shakespeare's plays were staged, has a very simple design. The focus is on the actor and the dialogue, not the elaborate sets or special effects. But where the stage lacks decoration, it is often enhanced by costume. In Elizabethan plays, elaborate and ornate costumes play an important role. Here the types of Elizabethan theatre. Elizabethan drama, known for its dynamic themes and exploration of human nature. The period produced notable playwrights such as William Shakespeare, Christopher Marlowe, and Ben Jonson. Elizabethan drama can be classified into several types. The first is tragedy. Tragedies often deals with noble protagonists who experience a downfall due to fate, flaws, or more moral struggles. They explore themes like ambition, love, revenge, and betrayal. For example, Hamlet by William Shakespeare, Macbeth by William Shakespeare, Dr. Faustus by Christopher Marlowe. The second is comedy. Elizabethan comedy usually focus on romantic or social themes with complex plots, misunderstanding, and happy resolution, often ending in marriage or separation. For example, A Midsummer Night's Dream by William Shakespeare, Twelfth Night by William Shakespeare, and The Alchemist by Ben Jonson. The third is history plays. History plays focus on English or European historical figures and events, typically dramatizing the life of kings and political conflicts. They often serve to reinforce national pride and explore leadership and loyalty. For example, Richard III by William Shakespeare, Henry V by William Shakespeare, Edward II by Christopher Marlowe. The fourth is romantic tragedy. Romantic tragedies blend elements of romance and tragic themes with a focus on the tension between love and societal expectation or fate. For example, Romeo and Juliet by William Shakespeare, Antony and Cleopatra by William Shakespeare. And here are the example of Hamlet by William Shakespeare.
What might be towards that this sweaty haste doth make the night joint laborer with the day? Who is it can inform me?
That can I. At least the whisper goes so. Our last king, whose image even but now appeared to us, was, as you know, by Fortinbras of Norway, thereto pricked on by a most emulate pride, dared to the combat, in which our valiant Hamlet, for so this side of our known world esteemed him, did slay this Fortinbras, who, by a sealed compact, well ratified by law and heraldry, did forfeit with his life all those his lands which he stood seized of to the conqueror, against the which a moiety competent was gauged by our king, which had returned to the inheritance of Fortinbras, had he been vanquisher, as by the same covenant and carriage of the article designed, his fell to Hamlet. Now, sir, young Fortinbras, of unimproved metal, hot and full, hath in the skirts of Norway here and there sharked up a list of lawless resolutes, for food and diet, to some
Hamlet by William Shakespeare, a quintessential Shakespearean tragedy about Prince Hamlet seeking revenge for his father's murder, exploring themes of madness, revenge, and fate. And that's all from my presentation, and thank you. Birth was the death of him. Again, words are few, dying too. Birth was the death of him. Dusty grinning ever since. Up at the lid to come. In cradle and crib. At sub first fiasco. With the first totters. From mommy to nanny and back. All the way. Bandit back and forth. So ghastly waning on. From funeral to now. This night. 2.5 billion seconds. Again. 2.5 billion seconds. Hard to believe, so few. From funeral to funeral. Funerals of he all but said of love once. 30,000 nights. Hard to believe, so few. Born dead of night. Sun long sunk behind the lands. New needles turning wind. In the room, dark gaining, till faint light from standard lamp. Wick turned low, and now, this night, up at nightfall, every nightfall, faint light in room, range unknown. None, none from window, none, next to none, no such thing as none. Gropes to window and stares out, stands there staring out. Stop, still staring out. Nothing stirring in that black face. Gropes back in the end to where the lamp is standing, was standing. When last went out, those matches in right hand pocket. Strike one on his buttock, the way his father taught him. Takes off milk white glove and set it down. Match goes out. Strike a second as before. Takes off chimney. Smoke clouded. Holds it in left hand. Match goes out. Strike a third as before and set it to wick. Puts back chimney. Match goes out. Puts back glove. Turns wick low. Backs away to edge of light and turns to face his blank wall. So nightly up. Sounds. Night gone. Window. Lamp. Backs away to edge of light and stands facing blank wall. Covered with pictures once. Pictures of he all but said of love once. Unframed, unglanced, pinned to wall with rolling pins. All shapes and sizes. Done one after another. Gone, torn to shreds and scattered. Strewn all over the floor. Not at one sweep. No sudden cut off, no wood. Ripped from the wall and torn to shreds one by one. Over the years of night. Nothing on the wall now, but the pins. Not all. Some out with the wrench. Some still pinning a thread. So stand where facing blank wall. Dying on. No more, no less. No less. Less to die. Ever less. Like light at nightfall. Stands there facing his blank in pocket so fast. Once light in shadow. Could once name them all. There was father. That gray boy, their mother. That other, there together. Smiling. Wedding day. There are three. That gray blood, there alone. He alone. Not now. Forgotten. All gone so long. Gone. Ripped off and torn to straight. Scattered all over the floor. Swept out of the way under the bed. And left. Thousand straight under the bed. With the dust and spiders. All the he all but said the loved one. Stands there facing the wall, staring young. Nothing there either. Nothing stirring there either. Nothing stirring anywhere. Nothing to be seen anywhere. Nothing to be heard anywhere. Room once full of sound, faint sound, whence unknown. Fewer and fainter as time wore out. Nights wore on. None, no, no, no such thing as none. Ran some nights till slant against the panes, or dropping gentle on the place beneath. Even now, lamp smoking through it, turned low, strange, faint smoke whistling through faint and gloom. Low sailing day by night after night of this. Dark, shapeless blood on surface, elsewhere white, once white, stands facing wall after the various motion described. That is up at nightfall and into dawn and socks. No, kingdom already, kingdom all night, all day and night, at nightfall in gown and socks. And after a moment to get his bearings, ropes to window, faint light in room, unutterably faint, winch on now, stands stock still staring out into black face, nothing there, nothing stirring, that he can see. Here dwells thus as if unable to move again, or no will left to move again. Not enough will left to move again. Turns in the end and gropes to where he knows the lamps is standing. Thinks he knows was last standing when last went out.